Are you really surprised, viewers? Because history stands testimony that our lawmakers, when it comes to patriarchy, misogyny, have never quite let us down. Always speaking mostly in the same voice, divided by politics, united by misogyny. Today it all started with Congress MLA. He was a speaker earlier of the Karnataka Assembly, Ramesh Kumar. Now, in Assembly, speaking to the Speaker, who's laughing away when he's doing so, he trivialized rape in the most vile and horrifying way. And what added insult to injury is the reaction, which I just said, from the Speaker and everyone around him. You can hear the entire House burst out laughing of what the Congress MLA said. All of them were laughing. But having said that, the question we're also going to ask through the course of the next 20 minutes is, the Congress party till now, especially Priyanka Vadra Gandhi, has come out strongly when it comes to the voice of women. In the state of Uttar Pradesh, to empower women, she's giving 40% seats in the upcoming elections only to women. Is the Congress going to take any action, or they're just going to condemn it and move on? Because that's the nature of politics. A quick look at this report.
There is a saying, when rape is inevitable, lie down and enjoy it.
Vile, disgusting, despicable. When rape is inevitable, lie down and enjoy it. Can you believe this was a comment made in the Karnataka Assembly? Listen again to what this Congress MLA, Ramesh Kumar, said, and also listen carefully to how the Speaker and all the MLAs react.
There is a saying, when rape is inevitable, lie down and enjoy it. That's exactly the position into which you are.
It's horrifying, to say the least, and the entire country is outraged at how casually this man, an MLA inside the Assembly, has trivialized rape.
First, stand here and denounce that legislator who says that if you're raped as a woman in this country, you should enjoy it. And first, bring to justice such a man, and then we will see who speaks for women and children in this country.
इतनी सीरियस ऑफेंस को वो मजाक बनाते हैं. जो मेंटल ट्रॉमा से एक महिला गुजरती है, उसको दरकिनार कर उसका छोटा सा मजाक बनाकर आप लोग पूरे सदन में हंस रहे हैं. शर्मनाक है.
Ironically, this comment was made on the anniversary of the Nirbhaya case. And it's clear that 9 years on, nothing's changed in this mindset.
ये इतने बढ़े चढ़े लोग हैं, इतने मानसिकता के गिरे हुए लोग हैं कि क्या हमें तो नहीं समझ, क्या अपने बहन बेटियों के साथ भी ऐसे ही कहते हो कि एंजॉय किया करो? तो ये बहुत ओछी मानसिकता है, और ऐसे लोगों की वजह से ही सरकारें जाती है.
After all the outrage, the Congress MLA offered a lame, half-hearted apology, if we can even call it that. With a whole lot of ifs and buts, and with a smile on his face, Ramesh Kumar said he takes back his comment if he's offended anyone, especially women.
ನನ್ನಿಂದ ಅಪರಾಧ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ತೀರ್ಮಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಬಂದು ತೀರ್ಪು ಕೊಟ್ಟುಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಕ್ಷಮೆಯನ್ನು ಕೋರ್ತೇನೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಸುಖಾಂತ್ಯವನ್ನು ಹಾಡಿ ಕಲಾಪಗಳನ್ನು ನಡೆಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋಣ.
And the Speaker was all too happy to let it go. After all, he had participated in the outrage by laughing when the comment was made. This is not all. While walking out of the Assembly, the sexist and arrogant MLA was even seen shrieking at reporters for questioning his token lame apology.
Whatever needs to be said, I have spoken on the floor of the House. I will not react to any of it. I said I will not react. I said I will not react. Let us not. You can't force me. Okay, we'll just go.
There's a deathly silence from the Congress High Command. The BJP is asking why Priyanka Gandhi, who is on a Nari Shakti mission in UP and has projected herself as a champion of women's rights, has not commented on Ramesh Kumar's words. This man, by the way, is a habitual offender, having trivialized rape in the past as well.
Rape ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಒಂದೇ ಸಲ. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇದ್ದು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಅತ್ಲಾಗ ಹೊರಟೋಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ರೇಪ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಅವನ್ ಪೊಲೀಸರು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಜೈಲಿಗೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವನ ಪರವಾಗಿ ವಕೀಲರು ಬರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ನಾನ್ ರೇಪ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡವ್ರು ಕೋರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಈಶ್ವರಪ್ಪನವ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ದ ಕೇಳಿ ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ದ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೊತ್ತು ಮಾಡ್ದ, ಹೆಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ದ, ಏನು ನನಗೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ರೇಪ್ ತಿಂಗಳು ಹೊರಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಏನ್ ಕೋರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಸಿಗ್ತೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ, ಆತ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ರೇಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದ, ಕೋರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ 100 ಸಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ.
Now, Congress MLA and former Speaker Ramesh Kumar has gotten away with it once. But the question is, will he get away again? Now, the Congress, which is ironically led by a woman leader, seems to have decided to look the other way and go soft on Ramesh Kumar. With video journalist Shrimurthy Gurumat, Nolan Pinto for India Today in Belagavi.
All right, so Priyanka Gandhi has reacted. She tweeted a short while ago. Let's quickly play out that tweet where she has condemned the statement made by her party MP. She calls it indefensible, where she says very clearly, I wholeheartedly condemn the statement made earlier today by Shri K.R. Ramesh Kumar. It is inexplicable how anyone can ever utter such words. They are indefensible. Rape is a heinous crime, full stop. So Priyanka Gandhi has come out and very clearly said that it is indefensible. But will the Congress take action is the question. Let's cut across right now to our panelists. I have with me Gurdeep Sappal, spokesperson Congress, Anila Singh, spokesperson Bharatiya Janata Party. Gurdeep Sappal, you know, it's a question that has to be asked. The Congress of late championing the rights of women. You say you're leading by example in states like Uttar Pradesh, giving them 40% reservation when it comes to ticket distribution. But isn't this your true test? This is not a man who said this once. He said it over and over again over many years, where he's used rape as an analogy which is most disconcerting. Is action going to be taken against this MLA?
I think the Congress party has made its position very clear. And on behalf of my party, let me communicate to all people of India that Congress will never accept such statements. This is a statement which is highly insensitive, inappropriate, against the dignity of women, and that is where we stand. I do not want to add anything to it. It's an unconditional statement by Congress party that any such statements need to be condemned, and we have condemned it in complete totality.
You know, Gurdeep Sappal, condemning it in complete totality, you know, an apology issued is all right, but what is the action taken? This man's going to go back into the same parliament. He's going to go back into the same Vidhan Sabha tomorrow, and possibly in the next few years or a few months make the same statement because no action has been taken by your party. Why not put your money where your mouth is?
I think we should not belittle the value of apologies. Apologies have a certain meaning, and today Mr. Ramesh apologized in the House, and I appeal through your channel to others also in the House who were present that time, who laughed at his statement, including the Speaker, that they should also come out and apologize. It is a statement which he has apologized, and I think we should uphold the
Gurdeep
dignity
Sappal,
of
as a woman, would you think, you know, I wouldn't accept that apology, but I can play it out for you again. If it hurts the sentiments of women, then I apologize. Is this an apology?
Well,
if it hurts the sentiment of women, is it an apology which you would accept?
I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you. Any apology has to be unconditional. And I would join you in saying this. My only point is that today we want to express from our Congress party's position, that such statements are unacceptable. I can quote 10 other examples of other leaders doing the same thing. I will not do it because that will belittle the apology as well as our objection to the statement. Because whoever does it, I think it's very clear that Congress as a party condemns it unconditionally, without whataboutery, without anything else, and that is what as a party we are doing it today.
Okay, Gurdeep Sappal, as I bring in Anila Singh into this conversation, and I'm sorry I'm going to ask you again, you know, unconditional apology aside, till the time action is not taken and seen, tangible action, what does that apology tantamount to, sir? Nothing. I want to go across to Anila Singh. Anila Singh, you know, I totally agree the affront that the government, that the BJP has taken to what went down in the Karnataka Vidhan Sabha today. But I also want to ask you, as somebody from the party, why isn't any action taken against the Speaker? He comes from your party.
My Ram to everyone. And Preeti, whenever any issue comes up, erupts up, which is related to women, I always like to take stand which is not political. I do not want to politicize the matter. So whether we talk about this MLA from Congress, he's a habitual offender. I think he keeps on ridiculing, demeaning women. That is why, and especially his love for rape. Like earlier, even your channel was showing right now that how he claimed that when questions were asked from him, he said that I feel as if I am a rape survivor. And yesterday he said that if you cannot resist rape, then enjoy it. I mean, he should be asked that how anybody can enjoy rape. He has to teach and preach that too as well. And too little, too late, I'll say, how when Priyanka Vadra reacted on it. Like she is trying to become the face of women empowerment in Uttar Pradesh at least. And she started the campaign, लड़की हूँ मैं लड़ सकती हूँ. लड़कियाँ कैसे लड़ेंगी? जब आपके साथ बलात्कार होता है, आराम से लेट जाओ और उसको enjoy करो. This is what Congress MLA is saying.
Okay,
now,
but I'll ask you again
about the speaker. I'm coming to that.
Yes, please.
So each and every person sitting in that assembly, including speaker, who like anyone who was laughing on his dirty joke, filthy joke, sexist joke, I think that is so obnoxious, so obnoxious. Like speaker is sitting on a constitutional, like he is on constitutional post. At least he should have thought before laughing on it. I am 100% sure, Priti, if the camera would have been on any of the women MLA, coming from any of the political party, I can guarantee it, not one woman must be smiling or laughing on his joke.
Anila Singh, is the BJP going to seek action on the speaker? Is the BJP, because there was a spirited statement made by Smriti Irani, Women and Child Development Minister, and understandably so, when she asked for the sacking and action to be taken against the MLA in question of the Congress who made that comment. But shouldn't the same benchmark be applied to the speaker?
Benchmark should be equal for everyone. Anybody who ridicules women, I think benchmark should be the same. And he is sitting on the constitutional post, and he must understand and he must realize that where he is sitting and what he was entertaining. This is what I have to say.
All right. Okay. Gurdeep Sapal, you wanted to make a point? Come in.
No, I don't. I only want to say that misogyny has been part of our society. And today when women are coming out, they're coming up in various fields. It has to be fought at every level. Fighting misogyny is not an easy thing, Preeti. And I think we should not give it a political color. Today, I am restraining myself from making any political points because this is a matter that relates to each and every woman of this country. Each and every woman has a right to live with dignity, has a right to enjoy dignity in life. And such statements attack the very dignity of women. And that is why I know in our politics, there have been rape cases. We know there have been cases where rapists have been justified. They have been protected. We know all that. But today is not the day to say it. Today, I think we should all come together and say, for once, there should not be a party color to it.
Gurdeep Sapal, you know, these speeches...
And any insensitive...
These speeches are great. These speeches are, one second, these speeches, Gurdeep Sapal, these speeches are great and they sound very well in studios. But, you know, you talk of not politicizing the issue and refraining from making a political comment, but isn't the very basis of politics stopping you from sacking the man who today needs to be sacked? Make an example of someone who's a repeat offender. Sack him.
Pardon, can you please repeat? Because the audio is not very clear. Can you please repeat?
Sir, the same politics that you are talking about that you don't want to subscribe to is what has stopped you today from taking tangible action against this MLA. Sack him. Make it a point of knowing, make it a precedent, do it.
Preeti, I think in parliamentary practice, an apology on the floor of the House is one of the highest form of action that is taken in the House. The person did apologize, the party came out very strongly against him, and if such actions are repeated, if such instances are repeated in the party...
He's already repeated it, Mr. Sapal. You know, today most of what you're saying sounds hollow. He's repeated it. He's repeated it.
Because
Mr. Sapal, he has repeated it.
I would try to raise this question that this outrage today which Congress has joined, Congress has joined without any summoning from others.
Sir, it sounds very hollow. Mr. Suppal, it sounds very hollow. What are you outraging about? It's in your hands to take action. Please. Why are you outraging against something?
I am saying...
It's in your hands to correct it.
Your voice is not very audible, but I can make a sense of what you are saying. I am saying we have joined the outrage, we have led the path, we have condemned it. We have condemned it unconditionally and will ensure in the party that these statements are not made. It's not about one statement. Please try to understand. We are trying to fight the misogyny in this society. We are trying to fight a political system.
Sir, it sounds everything you say today sounds hollow. You are saying you're standing with the women of India in out. Sir, maybe you can't hear me.
That more and more women join the politics.
Sir, everything today,
answer is not as
other than taking tangible action, everything today you say sounds hollow. Until and unless you take action, joining us in outrage or joining the women in outrage or standing by the women of India today in this hour of abject misogyny, it's in your hands. Correct it. Take that tangible action today. But Anila Singh, you want to make a point? Come in.
If Congress party would have taken right action at right time when this senior leaders had made very ugly comments for the woman, I think this MLA would have never ever dared making such filthy statement. But, you know, what Mr. Suppal has to say, Digvijay Singh made a statement, when Abhijit Mukherjee made a statement.
It's very rich. Anila Singh, don't go down there. It's a very slippery slope, and I'll tell you why. I'm going to pull a comment out.
No,
it's a very slippery slope for the BJP, Anila Singh. Anila Singh, once again. Madam, please hear me. Sir, 1 second. Sir, 1 second. It's a very slippery slope for the BJP to now go to Digvijay Singh. Yes, I still remember he said Tanchmal. But you want me to say what your leaders say? Because, you know, your politics might be different. But the likes of most political leaders are divided by politics but united in misogyny. 2015, Giriraj Singh, senior BJP leader, said had Rajiv Gandhi married a Nigerian lady, had she not been fair-skinned, would the Congress have bowed down to her? Would they have accepted her leadership? There's a lot more your leaders have said. This is just one example, Anila Singh.
Female leaders, you remember, Preeti, what Sheila Dikshit ji has said?
Madam, it's not a contest. It's not a contest to pull each party down. I'm just saying I'm just saying none the richer. That is all I'm saying. And you began with that in the beginning when you said if the speaker who comes from your party is laughing, action should be taken against him. Mr. Suppal, you wanted to make a statement? Come in.
But Mr. Suppal should not have...
I am extremely sorry.
Okay. Mr. Suppal, let Anila Singh finish. She was making a statement. I did interrupt her. Miss Singh, finish and then I'll go to Mr. Suppal.
So this is what I want to make a point here, Preeti, that we should not politicize it. But when Mr. Suppal, as a man, and as usual, all men do, like he tried to politicize it, then I didn't have any option to come in between and give some examples of his political party's senior leaders, what they said about women. I always say that any comment or anything done against women's wishes is obnoxious.
All right,
and that should be seen from that point of view on.
All right, Ms. Singh, Mr. Suppal, please come in. You wanted to quickly make a comment. Go ahead, sir.
Preeti, I am extremely sorry to note that all your viewers are seeing that I have refrained from politics on this matter. But what Ms. Anila is saying, it only proves that BJP tries to prey as vulture on such issues. It is not about today's issue. Rapes have happened in this country where BJP have gone out sloganeering in favor of rapists. There have been rapes which have been politicized.
So
this
change
is a statement.
So change the narrative today. Change the narrative today, sir. You know, I'm sorry I'm coming in and I'm interrupting. We've run out of time, but I just want to take off from what you said, that the BJP has always politicized it, but change the narrative today. It is in the Congress's hand. You want to put your money where your mouth is, take action, tangible action. Don't stand in protest. There are enough people protesting. Take action against the MLA who said the most misogynist and sexist statement in Parliament. A quick break. Up next is Rahul Kamal.